Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. It's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The Jaguars ready to go offensively for the first time with Gardner Minshew, former 6th-round pick at QB.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taking it all the way down to the 8. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. There to make the grab. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. For the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Pick up a 5-man tie at first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And now it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Minshew sets to throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Minshew, short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. They run it here with Thompson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A wall of Dolphins, and there are lots of them there to make the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second and 8. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Minshew, and this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 34. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Minshew on the slant. This is Chubb. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. That one a pick up of 15 for Jacksonville. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. The run down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try to get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Lambo on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Grant. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Dolphins nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Gaskin. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tua finding Gesicki there for Dolphin first.
You often hear the phrase short-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Tua sets up to pass it. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And that penalty will wipe out a big gain by the offense. They'll run now with Gaskin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the carry, Thompson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now with Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew to Thompson on the screen. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete. It's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tua going to throw. His throw incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To and a throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And here's a good way to kick off the drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 2nd down now. It's Thompson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 2 and now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams on the throw from Tua. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Back in school, here's our book, you know, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They run. Robinson. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2 now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker is the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the 2nd half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Going deep here for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked it up by Sidney Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They begin the drive with Robinson. Bust through the tackle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9. Minshew, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Out of the gun is Minshew. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
17. Dolphins 14.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
A lot of guys playing this game. There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle, exit the lower center of gravity, and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another run with Gaskin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Tua sets up to pass it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Jason Sanders.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
And he'll drop here to throw.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Wait for this. Come on, teamwork.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run here with Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And finding Keelan Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Thompson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, a run with Thompson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Minshew's pass, intended for DJ Chark, incomplete. Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Robinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Minshew. Connection made with Chenault. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And Eifert has it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown tonight. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 59 yards there.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play in football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Going deep here for Parker. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
No doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
About to find out.
Relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate. receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And a chance for us now to look at Tyler Eifert. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always a key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have two guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a race. But he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Thompson. Finding some room at midfield. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Incomplete on the throwaway. He was covered by Noah Igbenogany.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Minshew sets to throw. The throw taken in by Cole. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Could just sit on it here. Could they had to throw the ball on 3rd down? Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Toss play to Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Minshew. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Minshew. And this is incomplete.
Intended for number 34. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 35.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, I'd have to say in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it. All you're trying to do is get the 2 yards necessary for a 1st down. Then you look up, you got a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, they did. They got a lot more than that, indeed. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around. First down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And incomplete.
And incomplete. It's third down and goal from the 5-yard line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again on second down. Minshew got an open man. Keelan Cole. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. It'll be Minshew again. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah, his 2nd sack of the night.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
It's a ball game now. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 30.
Miami set to take over. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Tagovailoa. And he can't get a throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Rowe. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. This throw to the middle, taken in by Cole. And he's going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? You go with a bigger guy to try and use size. You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here we go. Tackles.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So the Dolphins getting set to go here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. First throw of the OT session for Tua. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Tua now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
29-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. He's pounds on the great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.